everyone, my name is Chef Mark, and over the past few weeks I had just begun working at McDonald's. Now, at the end of every McDonald's shift, I am allowed to get one free food item. Given that I'm usually working morning when it's breakfast, I have been getting these breakfast burritos. And they're great, they taste amazing, until I realized each one of those handfuls of food was almost 300 calories. I'm trying to count calories and watch what I eat, so today I will be showing you all how to make a lower calorie, higher protein breakfast burrito. Let's get cooking. Now, one of the most important aspects of any low-calorie meal is the ingredients. Now, if you're at home and you don't really want to make a low-calorie version and you just want to make a good breakfast burrito, you can follow the same recipe and you can use regular versions of the ingredients, or you can try it with these. When they all come together, they're not as bad as a lot of people give them credit for. However, since I am keeping track of calories, I will be using this food scale to keep a precise calorie count in this top corner. So first off is our fresh produce. I will be using 385 grams of yellow and orange bell peppers, which I've already cut up, and 409 grams of red onion, which I also already cut up. You do not need to get the exact gram amount that I have here. With how low of calorie these are, you can plus or minus 50, even 100 grams, and it's not going to make a huge difference overall. I'm just telling you the numbers I use so you can see how I got that number. When you do your own, just measure how many grams you have, be sure to zero out the bowl, and then weigh how much the peppers and onions weigh. And you can Google how many calories are in 100 grams of bell pepper per se, and it will tell you, and you can figure out the calories and the amount you have. Next up, I will be using 900 grams of these egg beaters, which is this whole container. What's so great about these is it is just egg whites in there, meaning you'll get half the calories with the exact same amount of protein as a regular egg, and you will also have no fat or cholesterol added with these. Next up, I will be using this entire package of Jimmy Dean's turkey breakfast sausage. Now, what's so great about turkey breakfast sausages is, one, they are already cooked, so you don't have to worry about cooking them through, you just have to heat them through. And two, since they are turkey and not your regular pork sausage, they are significantly lower in calorie, and when you mix it all together, you will not even taste the difference. Next up, I will be using these Extreme Wellness low-calorie tortillas. Now, what I really love about these is, first of all, a tortilla this size is only 60 calories, and when you get into regular tortillas, you can get upwards of 100 to 130 calories for one that size, so a huge cut. And also, they are high in fiber, and what that means is it is going to keep you fuller longer, which is an added plus. My next ingredient will be this fat-free cheddar cheese, which is about the third of the calories of regular cheddar cheese, which is awesome. I will be honest, if you're making something like nachos where, the cheese is a big part of the dish and it's going to be melted over the top, this may not be the best move. With it not having any fat, it melts a little strange and not quite as well as real cheese. However, for what we're making with these burritos, it's just going to be mixed inside with all the other ingredients, so it will work perfectly. Lastly, I will be using salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. Now, the calories in these are either 0 or so low that they are negligible. However, I will say be a little wary when you get seasonings, because sometimes you can get rubs or something that will have sugar in them, and those will shoot up your calories through the roof. Alright, so to begin the cooking process, our first step is going to be to saute our onions and our bell pepper in a pan. I added a little bit of non-stick spray, and I will also be adding some salt and pepper to it. You can let these saute for however long you want, but the longer you let them go, the more tasty, flavorful, and the softer they'll be, which is what I really like about it. So I let mine go for about 25 minutes, and then I found that they were good. Now that our veggies are done, it is important to move them to a mixing bowl for later. However, if you're counting calories, you're going to want to know how much that bowl weighs. I'll explain why later, but we'll get to that. To find out the weight of the bowl, simply take your scale, zero it out, put the bowl on top, and make a note of it somewhere. Easy as that. Once you have them in that bowl, however, you can add your egg beaters right into the same pan that you use to make your veggies. You are going to want to cook the egg beaters over medium-high heat, and they go a lot like regular scrambled eggs. They will go very slow and then all at once. So as soon as you put them in, be sure to add pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. As those cook, you can quickly slice up your Jimmy Dean sausages, and after about 2 or 3 minutes, add them in so you can heat them through as you make them. So next, I added our entire bag of cheddar cheese to the bowl and gave it a really good mix. Now, I need to know how much filling we have so I can disperse it evenly among our burritos. So what I did is I took this whole bowl and weighed it on my zeroed out scale, and I subtracted the note I made of how much the bowl weighed so I could have an accurate amount, which this bowl has 1,971 grams of filling. So I want to make 8 burritos, so I know that I need about 246 grams of filling per burrito. So to do this, I'm going to put this entire bowl on my scale, zero it out, and then as I scoop onto the burrito, the scale will go into the negative. And when I hit negative 246, I know that that burrito has enough. I will then zero it out and just keep doing it until I'm all out of filling. So I am just going to fill my burritos up, and then I will meet you over at the stove to seal them. So I actually ended up making 10 burritos because with 8 it just was not working. There was too much filling, but I made 10 and I got them all rolled up. So now I'm going to show you. I'm just going to take them and I'm going to put them on the stove top, let them cook for a few minutes until they brown up on the tortilla, and then I'll give it a little flip. And just like that, you're done. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, instead of those tiny McDonald's breakfast wraps, I get this huge breakfast wrap, and these are the protein and the macros and the calories, which is way better than McDonald's, which we can see right here. So now that you can see all that, last thing to do is to taste it. Bon appetit! Delicious.